Another install video for the 2024 Chevy Equinox EV. This will apply to many vehicles, but that's the vehicle I have. So we have the Viofo A119 V3 Quad HD, just doing the front one. Then we got this adapter that plugs into the rear view mirror. Comes with a pry tool to get that apart. I got my memory card in there already. Go to their website and get one of the recommended ones. This was a SanDisk Max Endurance, so that's one of the ones recommended. This adapter comes with a few cables. The one I'm going to use is the USB-C to, I think this is mini USB. They give you a USB-C to USB-C and a USB-C to micro. So it just depends on which one your camera takes, and that's one you're going to use. So let's go to the vehicle. So here we are in the vehicle. We are going to pop out that little centerpiece behind the rear view mirror. And then apparently this whole thing just slides down and pops off the windshield. And I don't think you have to take it all the way off. You just have to take it off enough to plug your harness in. So you're going to unplug the rear view mirror. And then you're going to plug this into where the rear view mirror was. And then your rear view mirror is going to plug into here. Kind of like a T-harness, I guess they call these. Same that I used for the car audio, if you watch those videos, to tap into the factory radio. But yeah, so I'm going to pull this apart and we shall see. So just got the pry tool in there. Kind of like, how did I do it? This way, I guess. Just got it in there, pop that off. That's easy enough. And then this whole thing just slides down, apparently. So I can't hang on to the camera and hang on to that at the same time, so I will be back in a second. So some other instructions I watched on how to get this off kind of implied that you would slide this thing down towards the instrument panel, but that's not the case. It's just 4 clips that pull straight out, so just pull straight towards you and the whole thing should pop off. There's just 4 clips, the one that goes there, there, and there. So just pull it straight down. And so we're going to disconnect this wire right here, I'm assuming. Yep. So that'll be your camera, your front camera module. So before we do this, we are going to turn the vehicle off as the instructions say, so we don't cause an error. And we'll pull that apart and I'll get back to you. So this one, the release tab is at the top, so just pull on it, pull it out, and that's what we're going to plug into our T-harness. So we're all plugged in. This is the one that used to go into the rear view mirror. It's now connected to our T-harness. Then our T-harness went back into the rear view mirror plug, and now we have this all hanging here. So I'm going to zip tie a couple of these wires up, which they do. They give you the zip ties in the kit. And then we'll put the shroud back on and figure out what we're going to do with wires. See how much we can keep inside the shroud and see how many or how much has to remain outside. Just an interesting note for, I've heard some people say that this little plastic piece in the shroud rattles, and apparently here's the fix. So maybe mine got remedied before it left the factory, or it got remedied at the dealership before they delivered it, but they put little felt pieces in there where the 2 little legs go, so I haven't had a rattle there, so that's probably why. So we're all zip tied up there, keeping things neat, and we just have our little pigtail hanging out, and so that's all that'll hang out of our shroud once we get it back on. So we got the shroud back on, let's just focus there. And then this little piece is just going to see how long we have here. It should go down there. This just snaps in like so. Then we just have our little pigtail hanging out. So we got everything put back together. The shroud is on, the little centerpiece is on. All we have is our wire hanging out. So I'm gonna prep this area with some alcohol, give the windshield a little wipe with some alcohol, and stick everything on, figure out where the wire is gonna go. I did all my setup while this was still hanging here. It was a lot easier to go through the menus and stuff than reaching way up here. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Thought about the side, thought about the side, but it was kind of in my field of view. If I didn't have the tint, I could have put it up here. Yeah, through the tint, it's too dark. So, actually I could put it, doesn't see the tint after there. But then this is hitting here, so it would have to go like over here, and it's kind of in my field of view. So I think I'd rather have it down here in the middle. So we'll get this all prepped and everything's stuck together, and we'll be back. So there we have it, all installed. Put that little sticky right there. It's too bad it has the writing on it, but you don't really, you're gonna be in the driver's seat here, you don't really see it. It's gonna be kind of hid by the mirror, so that's okay. And I just kind of stuck it in there. It was hanging way out here. I could taped it up or something, but I just ran it down the center and tucked it in there. If you wanted to get real fancy, I guess you could pop it in this grill and maybe get it out, but I'm totally fine with it. So it's all set up, ready to go, recording. You can set up your timestamp, GPS info, your kilometers per hour, miles per hour, whatever, and yeah. So there you go, dash cam install on the Equinox EV.